welcome to another Cadred commentary. As promised, it's going to be the second map in the tie between Anexis and Copenhagen Wolves, which will be played on train. Not very professional, to admit. I did the last commentary with a bit of a king bastard of a hangover, but that is what happened. And listening back, I did notice I made a couple of mistakes calling Famus's Galils and whatnot, but I am suitably refreshed for this one and looking forward to it. Just in case you didn't watch the first map because you were sick of Inferno, as many of us are with the commentaries already, ultimately what we've got is a tie between two of the top 10 teams, or thereabouts, in Europe. Anexis from Finland, Copenhagen Wolves, as you might have guessed, from Denmark. And two fantastic AWPers on this kind of in this encounter, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. Stonda from Anexis and Nico from Copenhagen Wolves train very much a map where you can have that kind of AWP duel. For the terrorist side, it's absolutely key to kind of control main, and if you've got an aggressive AWPer like Nico, you can do that. But of course, Stonda being such a great AWPer defensively, that kind of duel from main and connector is going to be key, I think. And as well, so many kind of long parts of the map where the AWP is really key, such as, you know, defending inner and whatnot. So it should be a great game in prospect, as with all these commentaries, and I will stop repeating this in the introductions once we've got a few of these under our belt and a regular kind of fan base. I've not watched the game and literally know nothing about what's going to happen. That's just to kind of help me and, you know, help it sound interesting, because I'm actually going to be excited and there's going to be stuff going on, rather than it just be this kind of boring rambling thing, which I'm doing now. But anyway, we'll move on to the game. It should be a good one. And of course, just to reiterate, Copenhagen Wolves did win the first map, so if they win this, the tie is over. There won't be a third map. If Anexis win, it goes to a third map. So and yeah, you can have a look at my config there, all the cheat CVARs that I leave in it. I think that's standard. I don't think I'm revealing anything there. Right. Again, it's so good to have the radar back. I'm pretty pleased about that. And naturally, there'll be a warm-up period, I believe. Oh no, actually, it's timed well. So we have got a nice demo, and again, thanks to Copenhagen Wolves for getting this to me, because it wasn't on the ESL website, so they actually had to send it in to me specifically. But we're going to knife for sides, which I think they just started in the other game. I'm not even sure if they knifed. It doesn't really matter, does it? So we're going to have this knife round outside. And I would say Anexis are going to want to win this knife, which probably explains why they're getting up on the trains and doing all that kind of rubbish stuff. Drop or lose, boys. Get your pistols down. And SMF draws first blood in the knife round. Not that that's worth commentating on, but we've got Falsu and XLO trading. Stonda's got 2 so far. Make that 3, make that 4. He's good at knives as well, boys. Turns out, open knife. But yeah, so that's good news for Anexis. Obviously, they're going to get a start on this CT side. But important pistol round, because you want to get off to a good start, get your money locked down, get some early rounds on the board. And why not stay with the man of the moment, Stonda? I mean, pretty much, I guess it's getting to that stage where you're probably going to think, oh God, can you talk about somebody else? But he warrants the attention. So, well, actually, no point in looking at him here, because look at this. You can see they're all grouped up coming out of main. And this is interesting. They're going to do a main push down to Melvin. Falsu's going to get one there. It's Nico again. He was the first to die a lot in the last map, so he's going to be a little bit peeved about that. Always seems to be the guy heading up the charge. Stonda's down to 5 HP, but you can see Falk and ANK with the bomb. Yep, so they're going to go for Stonda. ANK's going to get him. I knew he was low. I'm guessing that would have been called on their comms. So that's good. And you can see it's a 2v3 situation. Good, though, is going to rock it up and get one and get Falk. So ANK now the last man standing. Just going to go in for the plant, I think. No, but Good's going to push him, and Good's going to come up pretty big there with a 3-man in the pistol round, and that's going to give Anexis the start they would have wanted. So that is exactly what they will want to do. And Wolves, well, they've got a problem now because this is a rubbish spawn. Typically what you would do here is you would do an inner push because it's just a nice, easy plant. You didn't get a plant in the first round. You can pretty much guarantee a plant in the second round, but it's quite a slow spawn. They're not going to go inner. They are going to go down pop. They bought Deagles and some Glocks. Stonder's just going to work that FAMAS. He's on that smoke, I think, there. Yeah, and he's on 11 HP, but Good in the meantime is going to get 2 frags. Stonder is just going to wrap around, and if we can see where they are, they have come to winner belatedly. Falsu gets another, Good gets another, so that's 6 kills across the opening 2 rounds. Everyone likes eco frags, gives you a healthy chunk of change early in the start of the game, and of course it does build your confidence. Not worried about the scoreboard, not pressing tabs, so no plant there means we are going to see the 3rd deco, and I wonder if they will push inner this time. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get that inner push. They've sent 1 to Ali just as a kind of a bait, so this is a 1-4 split tactic. And they're just going to keep walking it and walking it. And, well, that's going to reveal where they are. So now we're going to get the push. We're going to push down. They've got to take out the MP5 guy. Oh, my God, that's terrible that he's been allowed to get those kills. And Falsu's got another. Is there a knife coming early doors? I don't know what Nico's doing there. Falsu is going to get the knife. That was all a bit catastrophic. So XLO, who was the guy who was baiting an alley, he's on 8 HP, coming belatedly. May as well stick his head out and just get it blown clean off because there's just no way he's going to clutch this round. And there's Good mopping it up again. Another 2 kills for him to put him at 8-0. And with those eco rounds, 3 of Wolves yet to get a frag. So this is kind of a mirror of what we saw on the other map, which was Anexis getting off to a very, very good start. Copenhagen Wolves there, I don't know. They didn't seem to have a lot of kind of strats initially. And well, I'm looking here. Is this another deco? Is this 4 rounds? I'm guessing so. Rassage's got, well, bang, I have 4. It's all over again. So look at that, 4-0. And that's probably the quickest round of the match so far. Literally not even time to commentate on what was happening there. And he's just absolutely mowed him down with a FAMAS. Now we're going to see the buy. I'm going to have a look and see what Nico, their AWP's doing. Because, again, he's going to be key to Copenhagen Wolves on this AWP kind of focused map. You can see here, this is a classic little peak spot. SMF's got the entry pick. Very quiet, but you can see Falsu's got an AWP. Stonder's got an AWP, obviously. There's a bit of, I think that's my ambient occlusion showing up again. I like to mention that I do use that to enhance the spectator experience. It's not... And there's Falsu getting one, while all this kind of early trading is kicking off. And Copenhagen Wolves, well, Stonder's got another kill. SMF's just had to Rambo it. He's going in for the plant now. Nico picks up a frag in the meantime, and SMF's been tagged. Falsu's at the back of this bomb train. Is he going to just sit on this defuse? Is he going to sit on this defuse? SMF was just wise to it, and that's their first round on the board. I wonder if Falsu perhaps would have been better maybe going for that first kill, but it's easy with the benefit of hindsight, and it looked like Wolves weren't going to get that round. It was some good early trade frags that worked in the favour of Anexis, but now you can see at 4-1, and that is a huge pick from Nico. That is exactly what he brings to this team. Great early pick. And that's going to make things a lot easier this round for Wolves. SMF gets a face full of nade. Just 8 health points taken away from him, courtesy of the shrapnel. Nico, on the other hand, is looking at this pick here. As it looks like they're going to work inner. The bomber's up there. So definitely worth doing when you get that early pick, because the guy who's on inner is now has to be thinking about what he's doing. And I'm just going to stay with Nico. He's got into this upper area. Falsu, well, he's killed himself with a nade and got ANK. A bit of a suicide bombing incident there. Nico gets that frag on Rasager. And Stonder. Just having a look around. There's one. Just got to wait on SMF. SMF's waiting for him. And you can see what happened there. He sort of had an inkling he might be there. It was going to be pretty pushed for time. But if Stonder made that frag, I think he would have clutched around. SMF held his nerve. Managed to get that kill. And that's going to make it 4-2. Possible eco coming in? No. Anexis have done so well with those 4 early rounds. They are going to be able to buy. Stonder's going to go for that AWP back. Nico misses that frag thanks to that jump. They sent 2 in connector. Want to kind of bait out that early kill. And now Stonder's just going to wait. If Nico re-peaks, which he isn't going to do, you can see he's gone back to that kind of long hall kind of peak area. And SMF's in this little boosted position. Very hard for a CT to deal with. But he doesn't get the frag. That flash has forced him to drop. But they are going to make sure they're just going to get the nades in, get the smokes in. And we're going to switch to Stonder here. He's not getting those frags. And the bomber seems to be an electric box. Bad place to be, really, if you get isolated. And there we are. There's the round over. So that's kind of stopped the rot a little bit for Anexis. And quick look at the scores, as always. In the buy section, XLO on 1 for 7. And Maka at the bottom there on 1 for 3. Good. 9 for 3. Of course, 8 of those kills in eco rounds. Nico, again, is gone for the flash. Is he going to risk the peak? No. And it looks like, yeah, it's a deco. So actually, it's just, well, that was obviously a bait. I don't know, it's a bit of kidology. Just to kind of say we've still got guns. But they've pushed in here and got this early plant now. And there's a trade. Falsu gets one, but SMF answers back immediately. They're all kind of sat in smokes in this area. You can see through it, of course. Falsu gets another and another and another. 3 kills. Falk, though, has managed to deagle that guy. So there's no one on the defuse. Good's going to mop it up, though. And now they've just got to find the bomb in this smoke. They will do that. They are going to get the defuse to take it to 6-2. But Falsu, he had a great little sort of spray there. And to put him on 12 for 4. And just as well he did, because for a moment it looked pretty bad. The bomb was ticking away. There were... and this map, it's like a hide-and-seek map, of course. Once you're in that inner area, there's so many little nooks and crannies to hide in. It can be very hard to clean them all out in time before the bomb goes off. So, good job to Falsu and Anexis. Let's just see where the contact's going to be. There's a smoke there. I don't know if Falk's going to risk just flying down this ladder to try and get that peak. But you can see from the radar, there's 2 in that kind of pop dog area. So Falk is going to risk it. No, he's just going to try and bait it out. And I'm going to see if he's going to go for it again. Smoke's faded now. And obviously he knows somebody's there because of that smoke being deployed. And that's bad timing. He's going to get a face full of flash. Hasn't revealed his position. Going to get another one. Goes for the kill. Doesn't get it. So Mac is going to get that entry frag. ANK trades. Rasager gets one back. XLO gets another. Maka gets another. And XLO gets another. So it's all trades going on. Now Nico's made that breakaway frag to put it in a 2v1 situation. It is on Falsu, though, who's having a much better game on train than he did on Inferno, it's got to be said. XLO, 25 HP. Nico on 100. At the back of the electric box. But Falsu is going to stop the plant. Don't know who Falco is. Nico is going to push. He's going to have to try and push with an AWP. He's getting sprayed down while blind. And Falsu, again, has made that 1v2 clutch to take it to 7 for 2 for his team. And he's having a great game so far. 14 for 4. Looked like they were going to win that round there, Copenhagen Wolves. And so far, 9 rounds played, only 2 of them have gone the way of the Danish team. And well, Wolves grouping up for this inner push. XLO works that pick at the other side. So it's this 1-4 split. Again, these are not hugely sophisticated tactics. They're trying to make a pick with 1. Push the 4 the other way. Falsu, though, has been dominating that inner sight, but Falk does get the kill on him. Stonder, in the meantime, gets that pick on ANK, but the bomb is going to be ticking. So now it's just a case of staying hidden. Nico gets a deagle kill on Maka while that's happening. Stonder, though, creeping across the train. Silenced USP, James Bond style. Going to try and get that kill. That's a cheeky one. So they are going to win this round. And they are going to get this defuse. And that's going to take it for 8-2. So 10 rounds played. And Anexis looking very good on train. And that looked to be a bit of a mixed buy there by Wolves. But we are going to see a full buy here. That's a bit of blocking going on. May as well stay on Stonder. I think Nico's going to be late for the pick, but ANK's actually got the AWP, and he gets it. So, can Stonder answer back? He's blind. But again, very wise not to risk that second re-peek. Nico just dropping down here. And he's got sight of a target, but missed that shot there, while SMF does indeed get the kill, but it gets Stonder on the second attempt, so that's going to make things very easy. Falsu knows the plant's coming in. Just holding this connector area. Great shot from him on SMF. But he's on 5 HP now, Falsu, so he's going to need a few more of them. Face full of flash. He's got Stevie Wonder's glasses on. Is he going to go for it? Don't think he will with 5 HP. Would have to be a hell of a clutch. So he's just going to stay in this spawn area, the CT spawn area. Just play for an exit. They're not going to hunt him down. Copenhagen Wolves not going to risk losing their guns. Falsu survives there on just 1 HP. So, 8-3 now. Wolves will be pleased that they've got more rounds on the board, but I would wager they're going to need more than 3 if they want to close this map out. So, this is interesting. Is this the first? Yeah, it is the first eco we're going to see. So we're going to get some early contact here. And it's worked somehow. Maka's just pushed around and got 2 deagle frags. So there's a couple of guns for them. Good leading the charge and didn't get any of the kills. He's just kind of spamming away through that smoke there. The bomb's down as well. So all sorts of trouble here for Copenhagen Wolves, which are now going to have to posse up. 3 of them. But Nico and Falk. Well, Falk's just got 2 there, so all of a sudden, 3v1. They've answered back in fine fashion. Falsu, of course, saved his gun. Didn't push side. So it's all on him now to stop them planting. Well, that's... well, he got 1 in the end, but ANK's just turned around and ended his life. That's it all over. 8-4. Thought Falsu could have maybe done a little bit better there. They are hard shots from distance, of course. But ultimately, what started out was a great round for Anexis. A really smart deco. Didn't end the way they would have liked. So, we're going to get back onto Nico Cam and just see what he's doing. Again, went for that quick pick. Didn't get it. And you can see Falsu's playing quite aggressively on inner now. If he decides to push through here, Well, it's got to be a frag one way or the other. Nico just peeking just in time. SMF and Rasager getting some trade frags for their teams respectively. Stonda on the FAMAS. He's gone to under the train here, just kind of watching side. Only got 19 HP. ANK's got the AWP at main. If we come back here, you can see Nico also pushing inner with his AWP. And there's another kill there for him. So all on Stonda as we, well, it's going to be a tall order again. Oh, and he's been shot in the back. Didn't spot ANK. And that's another round. So 8-5. And all of a sudden, the momentum very much with Copenhagen Wolves. And it's weird, really, because, again, looking at the scores, you can see no one's really putting a comprehensive performance. You got 2 on Anexis that have done really well. That's Stonda kind of just middle of the table. So respect to Good and Falsu, who've really stepped it up. In this second map we've got here, ANK gets the entry frag. Maka, though, answers back. So we're in a 4v4 situation nice and early. Falsu, it looks like another deco round. It's, I think it is anyway. And we switch from Falsu, and there's another set of trades. So it's a 3v3. Maka, though, gets another. So advantage on this deco round to Anexis. XLO gets that trade frag. So 2v2 situation. Guns in favour of Copenhagen Wolves. They've paid a visit to the armory, and now it's a 1v2. All on Good, who's going to try and wrap around behind him fast. Probably a smart policy. Remember, he has got a rifle. Gets a face full of back, which is a beautiful sight. It's a 1v1 going in for some pre-fire. But SMF has got the superior position, peaks, and all of a sudden it's 8-6. We're going into the last round of the half. And I'll tell you what a comeback it will be for Copenhagen Wolves again if they can see this out at 8-7. Regardless, 6 rounds, more than enough to build that foundation as CT. So we've got that smoke coming over, another one of those smokes that have been replaced by some of the older smokes in the most recent of updates, and you can throw them. There's less skyboxes now, so you can kind of distribute them around the map, and that should close off main, which is a good idea. But you can see it's a bit of an unorthodox setup here. Falsu's going to pick one with the AWP. They've actually left inner. And then Falsu's going to get another one with the AWP. Stonda's going to creep round, stop the plant with a no-scope. XLO's up in Crows. Not going to get a kill. ANK now with it all to do. Fails to make that kill there. But does get that one. And it's a 1v3, 220 bombs from Anexis. Going to be incredibly hard to clutch this out. And there he saw just an elbow sticking out at that long distance. Didn't get that kill either. And he's got the bomb. Ooh, that was nearly bad. Oh, that's a great deagle shot, though. So all of a sudden he's going to make the run to winner. I think he thinks it's going to be left alone. But no, he's coming into the spawn area. Must know there's going to be someone around here. He's got that kill. This could be absolutely huge. Falsu, though, holds his nerve. And what a great clutch attempt, but it didn't come off. 9-6, the half finishes. And you've got to say, on the reflection of play, especially considering they were 8-2 down, that's a great half for Copenhagen Wolves. And there we are. This is the restart. It's just going straight into it. All action. No pauses, which is what we want. Huge pistol coming in now for Anexis. Lose the pistol, the game will probably be tied up. So what are they going to do? It looks like a 3-2 split. Bomb going down pop. So yep, they're going to do a 3-2 split onto this kind of A side. I mean, it's good that they're making this push in the fashion they're doing. It's very aggressive play. If you're going to do it on the pistol, though. Oh, and he's, well, have some of that. 2 headshots there from ANK. Falsu does get him with a nade, though. But SMF and Falk have managed to get 2 kills. Well, Maka does get the frag, but as he does, he gets blown up by a grenade. And Wolves are going to be loving this because now they're in pole position to tie this matchup at 9 rounds each. We should see 2 ecos here. Could be an early buy if they do get a plant this round. So what are they going to be doing? Well, you can see again, it's another one of those smokes. But while that's happening, this is a 4-man push on Ali. So I'm going to try quickly and get to that Ali person. Or Ivy, as it's called. That's XLO. He's been flashed. He's had to fall back. Falls back again. Misses that first kill. So they're out. And Nico, though, gets 1, gets 2. And SMF steals both those frags there. Nico thought he was going to be in for a cheeky 4-man. Only going to get the 2. SMF sat on 4-0. And that round was over quickly. And again, Anexis, perhaps a little bit guilty of the same crime that Copenhagen Wolves were guilty of. And it's in these early rounds, not really having any kind of set tactics that are going to get early rounds on the board. More playing a kind of responsive and reactionary approach to the game. They want to see where people are going to be based. But look at this. ANK is going to get 1, but Good's going to get that Deagle frags. It's a Deco push inner. Rasager going very aggressive. Should get the chance to kill somebody. Does. Gets SMF. He's still got 92 HP. Doesn't get that next kill. Nico responds with an AWP. And there you go. It's all she wrote. But the bomb did get down. That is going to help their money. Nico says, I'm having that defuse. And there we go. So 3-0. That does tie it up at 9-all, as was predicted. Not that it was a hard prediction to make, of course. And here's the buy. So I am going to do Stondercam because he should have an AWP. And when he does, good things happen. So, and there it is. Boom. It's incredible. He's just done this all game. Maka, of course, got the entry frag. Stonder gets another quick pick. That's left inner all just open. And they can use this extra man now to their advantage. 4v3 situation. And Stonder's just going to be waiting for any little rotators to move into his crosshair. He said, look, I've got the pick in, and guys, bring the bomb this way. They're going to switch, go to pop. And again, as per usual, Stonder's just going to be the guy to kind of open things up. This time with a flash. Falsi goes down to bait the close man, if there was one, which there wasn't. So now Stonder's got down and has moved on to this pop dog area. Can use height and angles well. It's a rare miss there, but it's all right. SMF is got 1 kill, but Rasager removes him from the game. So they maintain this man advantage. ANK, though, has got an AWP. He's going to stop one of them. And Falsu and Stonder now. So this is a close round. 2v2. Nico gets Stonder. And that's, again, always good news when he's out of the equation. But Falsu, he's been no slouch. He's got the bomb. Going to go in for the plant. It's a fake one. Baits out the kill. Goes for a cheeky little sort of mouse 1 double kill. Knew he had to get the frags because of the time. Didn't. And there you go. Nico says, I've outsmarted you and I've killed you as well. He's on 8-0. Falsi's on 3-4. And it's 4-0 to Copenhagen Wolves, who take the lead. So here we are. It's a full eco, I'm guessing, for Stonder. Perhaps someone bought Deagles. And we're going to get this 3-2 split again. But they're not hitting pop, I don't think. So it's quiet. Let's just get to Ali. XLO owned. XL owned. Good. Gets that Deagle. But SMF, well, he's struggling. Doesn't get any kills there, really. It should have opened up perfectly. Nico, I think he's just going to fall back here, which is quite wise. Take that defensive position. Gets the kill. Bomb's been planted on the inner site meantime, but here comes the cavalry. ANK, Falk getting these kills. This is an interesting spot for Good, though. He's made that wraparound. And Nico just in the right place again. just read the game perfectly. 10-0. Stopped good coming around and getting those kills. Bomb was defused anyway. And Wolves all of a sudden just pulling away with it. And you can see that Anexis really do need to start thinking about what they're going to do. Because right now they're running around like headless chickens. They're hoping for picks. They ain't getting them. And that's bad news. So not a lot going on here. Lots of bullets fired. No kills as of yet. I say that SMF has just ran around and got the bomb inside Ali. And here you go. He's going to take up... there's so many spots around here. We call these the bastard spots. You got this little spot here. Well, I say I do. You got this little spot here, which is a nightmare to kind of deal with if you're running down there. But also, if you smoke off that area, and you can see that pipe that SMF keeps looking at the left, you can actually get behind that. And if you do... which he's gone there now. This is the original bastard spot. You can smoke it off, get there, and if you get there early on a round and they do a belated alley push, nobody ever checks there. So it's the worst spot to be in for a terrorist. And SMF just peeks, and Maka dies. So it's 6-0. Things looking very grim for Anexis because that is going to be 13 rounds now. Actually, sorry, 12 rounds to Copenhagen Wolves. Need to reset my GCSE maths. And we're going to get this little boost here in Ali. Falsu's picking up the AWP. Well, what was the point in the boost if you're just going to drop down? But I guess he's took a defensive position because he's worried about the push. It is just a face full of flash. Probably could have held his nerve there. Didn't. Going to go for the pick through the mesh. That's a great pick. That is a great pick. XLO down. ANK answers back pretty much immediately. And while that happens, they've got this really aggressive inner push. I'm not sure rushing at ANK while he's in this kind of form is a good idea. But that's what they've been doing pretty much. And while that's happening, again, look, there's just this no rhythm to what they're doing tactically on train. And again, they've got the disadvantage in terms of numbers. And they're relying on individual skill right now rather than tactics to kind of get that first round on the board. Definitely going to stay with Falsu, who's been playing really well. Gets Nico. And is he going to get another pick here? That's brilliant play from him. If they do go on to win this round, they can pretty much, well, they can buy him a drink. He's been the reason. Let's have a look what's happening with the rotators, though. ANK, back bomb train. SMF gets one. SMF has been taken out of it. But ANK gets another kill. Is he going to go for the smoke defuse? Is he going to go for the smoke defuse? He is. And Falsu. Is he going to get there? Oh, I tell you what, that must have been close. But Falsu did enough. 4 kills that round, I think. Certainly was 3, but I think it was 4. No, it was 4. And, you know, that just goes to back at what I was saying, like individual skill, really, rather than tactics. I mean, they really needed that round. It's 6-1. 12-10 overall. We'll stay with Falsu. Another pick from him. Is it going to be 2? No, probably should have had 2. I don't know if that went through the train and maybe spammed the player. No, all on 100 HP. So, and in the meantime, Falk has got one. I'm going to stay with SMF. He's just going to come belatedly. Gets one. Throws a nade over the top. Knows that the bomber's there. Well, that's just brilliant play from him. Great awareness of the angles to get that kill through the smoke. So now he's just going to hunt Falsu. Easier said than done. Because if we can get to him without being blind, you can see where Falsu is. Well, actually, Falsu's blind, so he's been flashed out of it. And, yep, not going to be able to stop that defuse. So, no momentum there. I got to take my hat off to ANK, actually. He's been quietly beavering away and gone 16-4. Falsu on 9-6. So, definite hats off to him. Even if he has been shooting fish in the proverbial barrel on this inner sight. But he's going to go for this pick. He's obviously got the spawn for it this round. Flashes over the top. Doesn't fancy it. That's just reading the timing. So he's going to drop back into this, I guess you would call this prof spot, if you wanted to. If any of you remember him from the old Conquering Fnatic side back in the day, 2006 and 2007. Much slower round, pace-wise. And it's still close, 13 for 10. Don't let this kind of scoreline, the dominance Copenhagen Wolves, fool you. You know, Anexis are still very much in this. Falsu missing a pick there. ANK, though, misses that one. Falsu on the other hand gets another. ANK misses another. Not a lot to shoot at, but really, you'd probably say he has to get one of them. That's what top-level Counter-Strike is about, making those hits. And while we got a white screen, it's all kicking off. And Falks is going to come around, stop the plant. Falsu gets another pick. SMF gets one. ANK gets one. It's all on Falsu and Maka, and they don't do the business. And Nico and ANK just mop up with pistols. It's 8-1. And, well, things looking grim. All things considered for Anexis. That's going to put Wolves on 14 rounds. So, getting closer. Only need 2. ANK doesn't get that pick. It was a little bit of trying to bait the shot out. And while that's happened, Good and Maka have got 2 entry frags. Falsu doesn't get that pick. We've already been saying that. SMF, though, is just going to stay here at side. Gets one. And remember, this is the guy who's one of the breakout players of this year. He's on the Cadred Awards. If you've been impressed with what you've seen from him this game, you can go and vote for him. Falk now, all by himself. Oh. Nothing going to happen there. Mac is just going to shut that down. So, second round on the board for Anexis. 5 left. And if they want to win, they're going to need them all. And you can see, for all we've built up Stonda this game, and we talked about it, 2 for 9. Make of that what you will from the side. Not really functioning like they should. And I guess it goes to show that even the best players can have their off moments, and you shouldn't read too much into the scoreboard. ANK, though, 8 for 5. He'll tell you, read what you like into it, because I'm playing well. And ANK, yep, he's not going to see any action, I don't think. Not for a while. Let's just see where people are grouping up. So it is all about this side. Now, XLO hasn't really impressed me inside. I don't think he's dominated it in the way you would expect a rifler. So, look, I mean, he's not reading it well. He's going for peeks with flashes out, which is stupid if you've been flashed and pushed back. So I haven't really been impressed with him. He's on 1 for 8. And ultimately, they've had too much joy at side, Anexis. And perhaps they're finding that out a bit late in the game. Falsu gets that pick. SMF, of course, though, with a kill just prior to it. Season 17 for 5. Great performance from the youngster, who I believe is only 16 years old. And XLO just peeking these stairs, just wobbling around. This was like me on my birthday. Falsu gets another kill. Bomb's going down. XLO's going back a bomb train. Going to lob that nade in, and then he's just going to... Well, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's looking for a gun, I think. Oh, right, well... That explains why he was mega passive. He has just seen him. Gets the back. He's grateful for that. Falsu, though, who's just been going absolutely mental these last few rounds. And they only want a player on Anexis who has. ANK, though, says, there's a 20 bomb in the bank. XLO says, please let me have a defuse, mate. 5 for 8. I might break a positive score here if things go well. So, There we go. It's 9-2. Copenhagen Wolves looking very good. That is, of course, 15 rounds now. One more for the win. So, Nexus know they've got it all to do. And it's going to be, if we just look here, I think they're, yep, going inner. And ultimately, they should get the plant. Falk's bought the P90. Disrespectful there from Falk. No doubt he'll pretend he did that by accident. But 2 kills with a P90. ANK has allowed the bomb to go down. Nico does get that AWP frag. And that is it. So, defuse coming in. 10 rounds for Wolves. And, well, there's been no exchanges of GGs. But pretty sure it is GG. And there's the TKs coming in. So there won't be a third map. It is all over. I don't know why they're kind of still playing. Perhaps everyone's just sad. But anyway, so that was the game. We'll stop that there. And there we have it. So Copenhagen Wolves go through the next round of EMS with a fairly comprehensive performance in the end over Anexis, who can be perhaps, I would say, a little bit disappointed with the way things panned out. They got off to great starts on both maps. Ultimately, they didn't do what they could have done. They didn't build on those foundations. Copenhagen Wolves, though, started off badly, showed character, got back into it, and ultimately, while perhaps not tactically brilliant, they managed to have enough individual skill to kind of pull them out of the holes that they were in early on both maps. However, whoever they face in the next round, they can take a lot of heart from the fact that ultimately Anexis did put them under trouble early in the games. So there we have it. There will be more CAD commentaries coming your way, probably from EMS, although the Steel Series League, which is run by our friends at gaming.dk, that's going to be underway. We're going to pick up some of the choice games from there. So just basically keep an eye on the website, that's cadred.org. Keep an eye on this channel as well, and we'll have more commentaries coming for you. Thanks very much for listening.